Hello, everybody. It's Gloria from Gigi the Crochet Queen. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you to my members, my new subscribers, and my returning subscribers. I thank you all and I appreciate your support. So let's see who joins me today. I washed my hair. I see I lost a rubber band here. Where is it? Yep, there's a rubber band missing. Anywho, I'm still working on the strap for my purse, for my bag, I should say. And let's see if I can get it finished. I got the orange part done. Now I'm working on the very pale yellow. This is all of I used all of my little balls to make the bag. Got too much light, so you can't really see the colors. But they're pastel colors. There we go. Some pinks and yellows, and then I did the top in orange. And now I'm trying to finish a strap for it. And I just I saw on television that the Derby is going on and it is raining. And I'm still hoping for rain here today. I think it rained for 30 seconds this morning, if that long. I hear rumbling. We might actually get some rain. Hey, Shatika, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. Says good evening, blessings. Oh, coffee and crocheting. Yes, you are my. Is that coffee? I hope that's coffee. I'm on my second one as well. Thank you for the thumbs up. What are you working on and what is your weather like? And just like my friend had told me about the Derby, it's usually raining. And sure enough, it is muddy out there. It's amazing how deceiving commercials are. So when they show commercials, they show the ladies with the big hats on and stuff. They never show you all that mud. So I at one time wanted to go to the Derby, but not so much now. I worked on a bee. Mine is bigger. It's supposed to be a baby bee, but mine is pretty big because I used 4-ply cotton yarn. I just have to work on the face and sew the head on and it will be finished. Then I'm going to work on another one. But I want to get this strap done since I'm sitting in here. And this is mindless crocheting right now. I don't have to count anything. Just keep going until it's finished. Or either it's finished or my yarn's finished. One or the other. So I only have a little ball of yarn and it should be quite enough to finish this strap. Hey Brianna, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. She said, hi, we finally had rain this morning. Yeah, we had it for like 30 seconds. And why does this look, oh, because it's flopped over. I'm like, why does that look weird? Trying to I wash my hair. I refuse to take these rubber bands off because I do not want it loose. I said I'll take the rubber bands off when it's time to get it retwisted again. Yeah, we only had about 30 seconds of rain. I hear rumbling. I mean, it's been dark over here, but no real rain. And of course, my lawn man said, "Have you been using the sprinklers?" Yes. I'm not going to go into the poorhouse because it won't rain. We're just going to deal with it. I'm not running no sprinklers every day. Heck no. I did pour some water on um, my lychee plant yesterday because it looked really dry. The once upon green leaves are brown now, but I checked it and it didn't break, so it's still good. It's not completely gone yet. So I'm hoping that some more rain will start. Tell you, this weather is not good for my lawn. Yes, I forgot we had a quick sun shower earlier this week. Mind your business, Mr. Lawn. That's what I'm saying. Unless he gonna pay the doggone water bill, don't mess with me. He gonna do what it do. When the rain, hopefully the rainy season will kick in. It didn't rain in Kentucky though. That Derby is quite muddy, quite muddy. So I'm still watching All American. What a good show. What a good show. But it's so much teenage drama. Woo. And it's so beyond teenage. It like well, I always say teenagers are just little adults. They haven't really gotten the responsibility of being a real adult. But they're off doing their thing, and it's like the one because part of it is in Crenshaw, part of it is in Beverly Hills. So of course the Beverly Hills children just have free reign of all kinds of stuff they shouldn't be doing. And then the Crenshaw crew are just praying not to get shot, basically. Uh, but it's I really like it. And it says based on true. Is it didn't say is it based on a true story or true events? I think it's a true story. But anyway, I don't know who it's based on. I really, I mean, I watch football, but I don't know who this could be based on because I don't know football players that come out of California. I think I think Daniels is from California, but it's not his because this is in the 80s and 90s, I think. But I'm enjoying it. I had to turn it off so I could watch some crime shows last night. None of them really that. Um, One of them, I was shocked that the person that they put on trial of murder was not convicted. But that's Minot, North Dakota. 20 years this girl has been dead and they still, or unlive, or whatever you're supposed to say. Anywho, uh, I am not up on all of this new stuff. Mm, but anyway, it was a crazy one. Yes, the football show. As initially started recording it, and then when I started watching, I was like, wait a minute. First of all, I can't just like hop into the middle of something and not know what's going on. And then I clicked on it to see um, how many seasons it had, and I realized, oh, this thing has 7 seasons. And then I clicked to see if it was on demand, and the demand showed it that it was on Netflix. So I've been binge watching it on Netflix. And I love Netflix because Netflix just keeps playing and playing and playing. No commercials. Love it. Let me see. That's how they get you. It is. Hey, Diane, how are you today? Thank you for joining me and hope did a thumbs up. What are you working on? What's your weather like? So when I finally said I was up late working on that little bee, I said, well, I gotta go to sleep. But I turned on the television and in the bedroom turned on the television and there was uh, it was a Netflix show documentary. It's called Bad Influence. Oh my goodness. I just don't I don't understand parents. I just don't understand some parents. So I watched the first episode of it. I don't know if it well since it said episode one. I'm guessing there's more, but it is a hot mess. And these young children are making millions of dollars from YouTube. I said they're making millions. I can barely get 100, and they are making millions. It's just, and it reminds me of that. Is that my hair on the chair? I keep hearing something. It reminds me of the family in Utah where the lady had her children doing YouTube, and she got with some crazy um, therapist, and then it went from something nice to something evil. But that's what this reminds me of. Diane said, just yarn shopping again at Joann's. Are you getting any real bargains? Yeah, Joann's, I think until June. They have until June to, I guess, liquidate as much as they can. And then Joann's will go the way of AC Moore. And then Michael's, I guess, will be the only oh, Hobby Lobby. I keep forgetting about them, and they're right in my neighborhood. But Michael's will be the only. I'm sure Michael's has more stores than Hobby Lobby, but I could be wrong. I don't know. The way the economy is set up, I may have put my kids on TikTok to that little dance. Ah, I'm telling you, these parents, and there's a whole gang of them, and they have terms. And for the life of me, I said I was gonna, I had to write it down. But of course, I didn't write it down. I don't know. It's really exploitation. That's all it is. And these are, and some they're preteens and then teenagers. And the lady that is the mom of the child that is the what the documentary is about. There's a young boy. He was either 12 or 14 years old, and they were recording, and she was making all kinds of these sexual remarks about him and stuff. And then she just grabbed his face and started kissing him. And her daughter snatched her head away, and apparently she kissed him again. I'm like, this lady is a lunatic. And it's all recorded. And, people started commenting on it. And then he said the next day it was gone, completely off of all of the social media stuff. And then when the parents of these children that are a part of this, and it's a cult. And they remind me so much of what is going on now. all of them were afraid of upsetting this lady, or because they didn't want to lose being a part of this group, because if you upset her, she would wipe you out. You get kicked out of her little gang of misfits, as far as I'm concerned. And one of the ladies that used to do all of the clothing, she was their, what do you call them, stylist. She said she would buy the girls, age appropriate stuff. And the mom would say, no, they need to be sexier. Sex sells. And she was having conversation because her daughter was a part of it too. So she was having text messages between her daughter and herself. And she was like, I think her daughter had lost her phone. So the other crazy mom bought her a phone, got her another phone. And then she started reading their text messages. And of course that blew it all up. And so the mom said her and her daughter left because she had said, I wish we could adopt, I think her name, is it Tiffany? Whatever the little girl's name is. I wish we could adopt her and leave. And I think her daughter replied, me too. And that's what the mom saw. And of course, the lady's like, oh, a week later we were gone, and she felt bad because she left the little girl, that Piper. Her name is Piper. Left the little girl there, and they have all of this stuff. It was just, if you haven't seen Bad Influence on Netflix, watch it, and you too will be disturbed about how much. And when I watch it, I said the only difference between what happened that we didn't see, because now we have not only YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all these different things. Back in the day, we didn't have 24-hour. Um, maybe that's my phone. We didn't have 24-hour news, so you didn't get to see the worst of the worst of the worst. Now we have 24-hour news. We have all these different social media platforms, and whoo, money makes people do some crazy things. And the lady just pretty much, I think the husband or boyfriend, I don't know, I can't remember if she was married to the man or not, but anywho, he left them. So this was her way, people say this was her way of showing him that they can do all right without him. But she took the girl out of school. The little girl is not even being educated. So I don't know, it's crazy. No, I'm glad. I mean, I may have been I don't know. I don't know. Anyway. Hey, Daphne, how are you today? Thank you for joining me, and I hope you did a thumbs up. What are you working on? What's your weather like? Let me see. Brianna, make me grateful. I'm broke. Yes. Yeah, but the thing is, that's what drives them, is that people they don't want to accept their economical situation. So this is their way of making it better, and by exploiting their children instead of getting their butts out there and getting a real job. She saw a way that she didn't have to work, and her daughter was the ticket to a mega money. And someone apparently had called social services or child protective services, and she told her daughter and whoever the other little girl there that they better um, say that she is the greatest and everything is okay. Otherwise, they will end up in foster care or some kind of threat she gave them. And of course, they lied. And it's very sad. I want to get to the end. I want to know if she's been arrested, and the little girl hopefully went to someone that will I mean, at this point, she's already a preteen, and that mm, trying to deal with young people that have gone through stuff like that, it's going to be hard. Oh, that is me up against this either leather or pleather chair. I don't know what it's made of. Hey, Jan, how are you today? Thank you for the thumbs up. I'm in class, can't talk, gotta go. Great job, gotta go. Enjoy your class. And Netflix still has my all time favorite thing to watch, Bernie Madoff. I could watch Bernie Madoff all weekend long and still forget everything I just saw. Watch it again like it's brand new because it's so much information. I'm just always like, wow, wow, wow. I'm, you never know when I watch American Greed and it was some crooked man up in, I can't remember the part of Florida that he was in, but his company was the downfall of Colonial Bank. If anybody remembers Colonial Bank, just know a Ponzi scheme is the reason why it no longer exists. I was like, it is crazy. So many layers to the scam. It is. It is so many. And the sad thing is, I don't know if his wife is still alive or not, but she not only lost her husband, she lost both of her sons. One committed suicide, and the other one passed away from cancer. And uh, and I'm sure she probably was not completely aware of all of the crookedness because a lot of women in of that generation, they didn't know what their husbands really did. They give them a desk and an office just so they'll be a part of the company, but they really never probably did anything. She had her nice little file cabinet with everything all organized in it, which I'm sure she probably had no clue what it was. But it was a help when they went there to do that raid. You may like pocket watching with JT here on YouTube. Last week he talked about the old travel MLM. What's MLM? Pocket watching. That sounds interesting. Hey Valerie, how are you today? Thank you for joining me. Let me see. Oh, multi-level marketing. Thank you. Don't do acronyms with me, honey. I know some, but that's way too many. I was watching um what is the name of it? 6 minutes, 6 minutes to glory. I think that's the title of it, but it's about the historically black colleges and their bands. And they kept saying an acronym, and I kept like, what are they talking about? Um, it was predominantly, oh, I can't remember. I can't remember, but it was basically the other colleges were predominantly white, but I can't remember the acronym that they kept saying, and I was like, "What are they talking about?" And then somewhere along the line, it finally clicked to me what they were talking about. I was like, "Ah!" Takes me a minute to get catch on to all those acronyms. Thought you were in the scam. I am, but I don't really pay attention to those acronyms and stuff. That's why I say I never do shorthand math. I have to do it longhand. But that's the thing with nursing. It's everybody uses some different acronym for the same thing. It's like, what is that? I don't remember that in nursing school. But this newer generation got all kinds of acronyms. I'm like, man, y'all speak in acronym. I bet you all can do an entire sentence in acronyms. Have a whole conversation in acronyms. And I'd be standing there writing it down, trying to figure out what are they talking about. That's the code, acronyms. Come on, get in there. Okay, finally. Those last stitches are always hard to get in. I see the NFL and the Atlanta Falcons penalized. There was a penalty to pay for their little prank on Shadur uh, Sanders. I wonder what the daddy's saying to the son now that they took $100,000 out of his pocket. Hmm. It just tells you how careless people are with their jobs. They don't let anybody and everybody can get into his tablet and get all kinds of information. And so, yeah, there's waste many in the med field. I can barely keep up with my medical traumas. Oh, yeah, they got some acronyms for you in the medical field. And I think they add new ones every day. Mm, do I watch any medical? Now that I think about it, I'm a crime. I like Law and Order and I love Matlock. Let me think. What do I watch medical? I don't think I watch any. Do I watch anything medical? What's medical? I don't know. I don't think I watch anything medical. Nope. Too much info, personal banking, etc. I don't even let people borrow my phone. I know it because they can get some stuff for you. No, I never got into Grey. I don't think I've even watched a full episode of Grey's Anatomy. We were talking about the McDreamies and the Mick this and that. I think I was turned off. I think I, I don't know if I was watching it or if it was commercial. I don't know. It was just just never anything. I'm trying to think hmm, I don't gravitate towards medical stuff. I'm trying to think. Have I ever watched anything medical? God. Now you got me thinking. I tried to watch all all Queen's Men or something. I was disgusted. I was like, this is what they decided to put on television. Um, I don't even know what. I immediately turned it off. Immediately. I almost didn't get through Monster Ball for the same exact reason. I don't know. I can't think of medical. I don't know any medicals. I don't. I can't think of anything right now. I watch so much crime stuff, it's just crazy. Let me see. If I was home in the morning, I probably would not watch anything until The View came on, because then I would be on like Netflix or Hulu or whatever until that came on. And then I watched the soap operas. And then I would go back to Netflix or Hulu or whatever. I don't, I don't, I don't know medical. What are some medical shows? I don't even know. Hmm. I watched 2020, 48 hours, the first 48, um, American Greed, um, Dateline. I used to love 60 Minutes, but then I fell out of 60 Minutes. I don't watch it as much as I used to. Um, my own, the, I think the only comedy show I watch is the school show. What is it called? Abbott Elementary. I think that's is that the only comedy that I watch? Hmm. Wow. I watch too much crime, people. I watch way too much crime. I think I should have been a psychologist or a psychiatrist or something, because I'm fascinated on how people get to the point of thinking about murdering someone. That just boggles my mind how you get there. I know self defense, but actually thinking about it, I don't get it. The Pit is a good one. I used to watch House, but otherwise, I've been out of the game. The Pit. What's The Pit? I've never heard of The Pit. Trying to educate me on stuff. Mm. Oh, and I watch the cooking shows. What the ones I can watch? Next Level Chef, and Martha Stewart and some people are going to be doing another show, Yes Chef, starting Monday. So I guess I'll watch that and see if I like it or not. Right now, I don't even like it. I don't like the premise of it, but we'll see. We shall see. I might get hooked. You never know. The star of ER is in. That's another classic, but I haven't seen it. The Pit is set in Pittsburgh, ER. Nope, I never heard of it. And I've never watched ER. At least I don't recall it. Hmm. Guess I don't watch any medical shows. Like I did not know. I didn't know anything about Denzel Washington being on either Saint Elsewhere or Saint Elmo or something, whatever he was on. I didn't even. I've never even seen. I think I was in Germany when that was on television, but I only knew Denzel Washington from movies. I didn't even know he was like playing a doctor or whatever. How far do I have to go to finish this? Ah, jeez. Nah, it's not anywhere long enough. Oh, you didn't know? Oh, you're way too young anyway. You weren't even a thought with your parents when that show was on. That was way back in the 80s. I think it was St. Elmo's, St. Elsewhere, St. somebody. I can't remember. But I never watched it. And when I heard that he was had been in it, I was like, oh, I thought he only did movies. Well, I guess they all have to start somewhere. And now he only does movies and Broadway. He does to I think he does plays, or at least once upon a time he did. Him and his wife. No, I think I'm getting him mixed up with what's his name? Saint Elmo's Fire. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. I knew it was Saint something. Is it that or is it Saint? Is there a Saint elsewhere? Why do I think there's a Saint elsewhere? I have no clue. Let's see. Let's see what Google says. Okay, there was a Saint elsewhere. Okay, that's where 82. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. Yeah, he was in Saint elsewhere. Ah, you look such a youngster. There he is, Mr. Denzel. Such a young one. It ran from 82 to 88. Yeah, I never watched it. Let me see who's in that. Oh, okay. Howie Mandel was in it? Wow. I need to see these people. Okay. I don't know who Ed Flanders is. He passed away in 95. William Daniels, I don't know you. David Morse, his face is familiar, but I don't know who he is. Ed Beagle, I think that's Beagle, Begley, I don't know. Denzel, Howie Mandel, Norman Lloyd, Christina Pickles, Eric Laniville. I don't know you either. Ellen Bray, Bonnie Bartlett, Cynthia Yorkin, Terrence Knox, Keeve Raz, Jennifer Savage. I don't know any of these. No. Oh, wait a minute. G.W. Bailey. His face looks familiar. Mark Harmon was in that? Hmm. Hmm. Chad Allen looks familiar. Hmm. Candace Cameron? Hmm. Alfre Woodard was in it? Doris Roberts. I know her from something. I can't remember what. James Coco looks familiar. I don't know. They had a very interesting line cast. St. Elsewhere, St. Elmo's. Oh, St. Elmo's Fire was a movie. Okay. What a baby. Yeah, he was young. Yes, Howie. Candace is DJ Tanner. Girl. The things you learn. But like I said, I only knew him from movies. It's just like Eddie Murphy. I only knew Eddie Murphy from movies too because um, when Saturday Night Live was on, we were in the bed. My daddy did not play. We did not get to see any. I didn't know anything about Saturday Night Live. So when Eddie Murphy became a movie star, that was my introduction to Eddie Murphy. Eddie hasn't done anything since. He did Beverly Hills Cop something or another. I don't know if it was just called Beverly Hills Cop or what it was called. Axel. I forgot what it was called. But anyway, it was pretty good. He needs to be doing something. All those doggone children he has. Oh, everybody loves Raymond. That's the lady, right? Who's everybody loves Raymond? And her brother Kirk. Oh, okay. I know that name from something. Yeah, I don't roll with those people because as we know, they are just as dirty as the rest of us. They just hide behind the Bible, saying Jesus, God, and we pray and doing crooked stuff behind. Mm-mm. Oh, shoot, shoot, shoot. It's still no rain. And it was quite cloudy earlier today. I was looking, I was like, please let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. At least 30 good minutes. And we have the air show. They don't have the air and sea show. They just have the air show. So the what do you call them? The Blue Angels. I think the Blue Angels are here. I was thinking about going to the jazz brunch tomorrow because you'll see the planes fly over as they go. I don't know where they fly to, but they fly over that way. But it's too doggone hot. And no rain in the forecast. Nothing has cooled this place off. Well, there's rain in the forecast. It's just not real rain. It's just a little misting here and there. So, Miss Candace was following Trump for years. That hurt my heart. Oh, I'm not surprised. Who was it? Don Lemon posted what's that chick's name? The one that's on American Idol. Carrie Underwood at one of those, I think it was the country award show or something, and they were making such a big joke about Obamacare and all that stuff. And he was like, I didn't know she was a MAGA. I was like, she's from Oklahoma. Come on, man. Boo, Carrie. Oh yeah, Doris Roberts played the mother in yeah, I didn't watch that show. I just knew her face. Yep. I was like, come on, Don, she's from Oklahoma. That whole region is MAGA. Hmm. I told my friend, I said, American Idol should be called Country Idol. I think Fantasia was the and the young man from Hawaii were the last people that won American Idol that wasn't country. And everything is focused on country. Everybody got to sing a country song. Everybody got to wear a cowboy hat. Everybody got to wear some boots because it's going to be country. There's a guy on there and he only sings gospel songs. And every theme he is thinking of, how am I going to sing a gospel song? He will not veer. And I said, I don't know how far you're gonna go, but so far he has a beautiful voice. And I was very happy to see that one of the guys that was on the show from last season, he is touring with he's a background singer with CC Winan. So he is touring with her. He was the person that introduced me to Teddy Swim's song that I'd never heard the song before until he sang it, and I fell in love with it. And then I found out who sang it, and every time I hear it, I turn it up loud. I love that song. But he didn't get far. But I was glad to see, because a lot of people say, um, even if you don't win American Idol, you do better sometimes by not winning American Idol, because you've been put out there so people know that you can sing, and you never know who's gonna reach out to you. So he landed on his feet. There was another lady on there. I thought she was gonna go far, and she got voted off. I don't know if it was his season or the season before, but she was like Michelle Michelle. Hmm. Is that her name? The one, she has a squeaky voice, but then when she sings, you don't hear that squeak at all. And this girl had the same similar kind of voice. It was squeaky, and then it went to, but she could sing. Woo, she could sing. But I watch American Idol until everybody that I like is eliminated, and when they are eliminated, I stop watching it. Then I'll just wait for them to say whoever won. Because I was surprised the young man from Hawaii won. I was really surprised because the other guy, he was eliminated. The guy from um, Egypt, he's been eliminated. I loved his voice. Is Shay still there? I think Shay and the guy from Egypt both got eliminated together. I can't remember now. I'm trying to remember who do I like that's still there. These these contest shows, I give people much respect to put themselves through all of that. Much respect, because Gloria, nope. That's why these parents exploit their children for the fame of it all. Has anyone ever watched the story? Was it Brooke Shields documentary? I don't know what it was on. I think it's on Hulu. I never watched it. I just didn't want to be disturbed about it. Because every time I see stuff like that, I always say, well, where were the parents? When they talk, oh, she was sexualized. I was like, well, she had parents. The parents could have said no. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. I knew it would make me too sad. Yeah, that's why I couldn't watch it. That's why I don't. When I think about these pageants and stuff, and all the men walking around looking at those young girls, pervs. That's what I call them, pervs, because they shouldn't even be in the rooms when these young girls are changing clothes. And when you watch these models aren't women; they are young girls, very young. And when you can just whittle them down to just a body to put some clothes on, mm. I don't know. Call me crazy. That's why I never liked that line of juicy couture. Uh, it was geared towards young people. I don't know. Call me a prude. I'll accept it. I think parents should protect their children. That's I know children want to do what they want to do because they see other kids doing it, but parents are supposed to protect their children. That's why they say, why do you ask me, and why do you cheat? Because women allow it. That's why. Because if you cheat the first time and they leave you, maybe they'll learn something from it. But if they cheat and you take them back and everybody's like, anyway, it's a vicious cycle. The parents be right there, and sometimes they pan the camera to them. I know if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. Amen. Amen. That is what it's all about. I would rather have my child mad at me and safe than to be out there exploited and 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 unhappy. Because when I watched that thing on Netflix, those children weren't. They were initially all giddy and excited, and then after a while, they were like, "I don't want to do this anymore." And children, they can only take so much foolishness of you telling them you got to do this, you got to do that. They want to have fun, but they want to have their fun. They don't want to be guided to the fun and directed to the fun. They just want it to be natural. So I don't get it. I said, I guess I'm going to be the $100 girl because I am not going to be somebody. My child is not exploitable anyway because she's not a child anymore. When I first started watching Jonah, and he's a crochet prodigy. If you don't know who Jonah is, he's a crochet prodigy. And I would watch a little bit of his stuff, but I don't even watch him now because now he's a teenager. So he was younger then. Oh, this is cute. But then when he started to go into his teen years, I was like, mm-mm, I'm not watching this. So I don't even want I click if he does, and he rarely does shorts. Rarely do I see a short from him. And I might click on it, but then I click right off of it. I feel like I shouldn't even be watching some youngster, but he's definitely a crochet prodigy. Someone said his sister crochets too, but I don't know if I've even ever seen his sister. I'm subscribed to his channel, but I don't click on it very often. I don't even think I've ever even made anything from anything he's ever done. I don't think I've ever done any of his patterns. And every now and again, someone always sends me a tutorial of him. And I know who Jonah is. If you've been in this crochet world long enough on YouTube, everybody knows who Jonah is. And if you don't know him, then Jonah and Natasia and what's her name? Well, I don't even know how many. I'm sure he's got over 1 million subscribers. What's her name? Bag a Day Crystal. As far as I know, they are like the biggest crochet channels. There might be some more, but those are the ones that I know off the top of my head that were. I don't know if he's big now that I think about it, but I know for sure Crystal and Natasia both have over 1 million subscribers. And I've made plenty of their stuff. Gigi, you can watch him. He helps his family. No, no. I just feel weird watching some young man. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Uh, I went to Hot Bands yesterday just to see what they had in there. They had some yarn. I mean, it wasn't they had some Bernat yarn, and then they had some kind of novelty yarn in there. Oh, I meant to look at my printer to see if I never remember the cartridge that I um for my printer, but they had a cartridge. And the box was all beat up. It could have been somebody like me. I go in there and buy the wrong printer cartridge and have to take it back after I've already opened it. Who knows? But yesterday was the $12 day. Today is $8. No, today is 10. Then it's 12, 10, 8. Is it 642? Anyway, Fridays they're closed. No, Thursday they're closed. Anyway, Wednesday is $2 day. So I'm going back Wednesday to see what's there. Let me see. That young man is going to be he's going to be a surgeon? Oh, cool. Well, he's got his fingers work. But they had all kinds of stuff in there, but they have like the really, really good stuff. That's not cheap, by far, not cheap. They had a love seat in there for $500, I think it was. Um, it had some, what do you call them? Computer stands for $100. The big ones too, big computer stands. They look like, well, yeah, they had a plug, so they're the electric ones that go up and down. And clothing they had houseware. So I bought. They had, if you know the gum dental sticks, they had a big package. It was all taped up, but they were all still in there and hadn't been disturbed. but it was $6. So I bought them because one package of them is $6.99 at the pharmacy. So I bought, and it had 3 of them in there. So I was like, let me take this home. And I bought the jars, the glass jars that you can use for spices since I have my own little garden growing. So I want to get some herbs so then I can dry them out and grind them up and put them in the jars. That's my goal. Even though I already have a bunch of spice jars, but I get, a lot of the spices, I want to take them out of the plastic and put them into the glass jars. Mine didn't turn out quite as nice as hers. I've been working on this amigurumi join where you can you don't have that zigzag thing going on when you're working in the round when you're changing colors. But needless to say, mine don't look quite as good as hers, but it's a work in progress. A work in progress. Let me see. I want to see. Oh, he doesn't have 1 million subscribers. He has 158,000. Jonah does. But I think Natasha has 1 million because I remember when she did her she has 2 million. I missed it. She's gone. She has 2 million. Now she's someone I've done a lot of her stuff. And I swear she has at least, if not one or not two, at least um, one short per day. And Bag a Day has 1 million. So I don't know who else. I thought he had. I would have thought he had more subscribers in it because he's been on for a long time. He's been on since he was a little boy. Now he's almost a grown man. But that's good for him. All right. I'm almost finished. So I'm going to get off of here and finish this so I can finish my. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I got a long way to go. I got to make this. Let me see. I want to make it them to be even. Steven. How much more do? Oh, yeah, half of this. Okay. So I am going to go and finish this strap and then work on finishing my bee. But I thank you all for joining me. I hope you all have a good rest of your evening and the weekend. And I hope we get some rain because we really need some rain. So until my next video or my next live, everybody stay safe. Keep crocheting. Maybe adults don't want to follow him. Maybe they're I mean, he's a great crocheter. He is really good at that. He's very fast, very fast. And he has all kinds of, but he's making his money off of affiliate because he's been sponsored for a very long. His mama making sure he getting his sponsors on, so he's making his money for sure. He should not have to pay a dime for college. And he probably is going to get a scholarship anyway. So all the money he makes is going to go in his pocket. All right, everybody stay safe. Keep crocheting. Bye-bye.